ya boys? It's your girl, Jumoke. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jumoke, as I said. On this channel, we talk about thin, fine, natural hair and faith, relationships, dream interpretations. So if any of those interest you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you can continue to get more great content. So today I'm going to share with you guys, it's really an impromptu video. I wanted to share with you some of the ways that I journal. Now let me just be real. I'm not really a journaler, but I have a lot of journals. I feel like I have a problem. I love collecting journals, but it's not so much I love collecting journals, but I like to have a different journal for every different thing that I'm doing when it comes to spiritually. So I'm not the one to always be just journaling, but okay, you're gonna understand what I'm trying to say. And I think I saw one YouTuber, I'll put her video up, and she was talking about the different journals she uses, and I'm like, wow, that's really helpful. Okay, she kind of inspired me too, because I don't have a specific journal for prayers, but now I do. Because usually I'm someone who's very talkative, and I just talk. Like in my quiet time with God, it's just a lot of praying, it's just a lot of talking. It's not really a lot of writing and moving around and jumping up and down and worship. So that's usually what I do in my quiet time with God. Quiet time just means the time that you spend every day with God. So that every morning I spend about an hour with God. On the weekends I'm kind of bad just because like I like to sleep in a little bit, and that throws me off my schedule, so I don't spend as much time with God in the morning. On the weekends, I know I'm so backwards because a lot of people, they treat God like, you know, a side chick, I'm trying to say, they be treating God like, okay, I'm gonna see him on the weekend on Sunday, but then Monday to Saturday I ain't gonna talk to God. I'm like the complete opposite. Like on the weekends, like I rush through my quiet time just because I oversleep. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I'm gonna show you the different journals that I use and the purpose of them, and maybe it's gonna inspire you because I'm someone who's really organized. Am I really organized? Oh my gosh, I am. How did this happen? You guys, I used to, the way I struggle with laziness. Hey, it's only God. It's only God. The person I am today is really because of God. But anyways, so the first type of journal I have is this one. This is probably like my 5th little floppy notebook. So I use this to take notes when it comes to sermons. I don't know, I have a pink thing in there. When it comes to sermons, so whenever I'm in like a conference or a preacher is giving a message, so I have some for like the Pinky Promise conference, I have some for my church. Whenever I visit a church, I like to take notes, Bible study, things like that, take notes. And yeah, and I like this one because it's floppy. I can put it inside of my bag. I don't have to carry like a big journal. So yeah, that's the first one. Now, next one I have, still have this one. You can't even see it. It says, "Be still and know that I am God," Psalm 46:10. And this one was probably one of the first intentional journals I got that was outside of a sermon journal. So I said, all right, I need one that houses more intimate things with me and God. I had this one since 2017. And what would I do at first? I would, during my quiet time, because God was always trying to wake me up at 8, which is so, guys, the fact I'm waking up at like 6:37 now, it's only because of the will of God. I promise you. But man, I used to struggle to get up at 8 because I was trying to get up at 8, and then I would write to my, okay, let me open up my Bible, because I have a different Bible. I have 2 Bibles. I have a study Bible, then I have a devotional Bible. And I read the devotional, then I would ask questions, and blah, 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 open up Lamentations, and yeah, oh, and I think the first thing I ever wrote in here, yeah, was, can't see it. I went on a date with God. This was my first date that I ever went on with God, and that was on my sister's birthday in 2017. And we went to Rotelli. Oh, okay, we went to Rotelli. Literally, I got dressed up, I put my makeup on, got into an Uber, and we went to Rotelli, and I was just writing to him, and it was so crazy because I did this out of faith, but the presence of God was really sitting there with me that I almost broke down in tears, and I was writing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you here? So yeah, dates with God, it's great. I went on a date with God a while, and I know he's like been like, so when we finna go on a date? And I'm like, I need to get a little bit more consistent with that. Like if I had it my way, I'd probably go on a date with God maybe once a month, but I have not, and only go there once. And I also write prophecies in here. So when someone gives me like a prophecy, I write it down. So just letters to God, prophecies, like really intimate things. I write it here. And then it kind of, I don't know, like it switched from here to like an actual like journal that I started writing like personal things. I think it's because it's like, I don't like the rule in this because it's too big and it just takes a lot of space, and then I like the other notebook better. Anyways, so that's my like really like personal, intimate, like be still and know that I'm God. Like I'm me and God. Okay. So then what did I do next? So I have this journal. It says prayers and praises. So I'm a praise dancer, as some of you know. And what I would do is I would write like can y'all see? I would write the lyrics to the dance that I'm dancing to. Then I would write underneath it what it means to me, because I think that songs should always minister to you first before you try to minister to other people. So I'll write down what it means. Then I would write the counts, right? Especially, this is only if I'm doing it with other people. Usually when I dance alone, I just freestyle. But if I have to direct a dance for other people, then I'll do the counts. Then I would sit here and I would stage it. So like put the triangles as like the youth dance ministry, then the circles as the adults dance ministry. Then I move that stuff around so that I know like the staging as far as dancing. But I wanted to get like a specific notebook just for that. Yeah, so that was very helpful. Then I have one. This was the next one I got. It says, her mouth speaks from which fills her heart. Luke 6:45. And this one I got because I started noticing like I would have like, okay, so I am someone who has a really strong teaching spirit, so I love to teach. I love, especially when it comes to the word and revelations I get from the word and things in my walk, I love to teach, especially other women. So I'll have a word that will come to me and I'm like, oh snap, and I'll just talk it out, but then I'm like, I can't forget this. So I definitely have to like write it down. I can't show you guys. The reason too I write it down, because certain words are timely, and you have to use wisdom, because just because I have a platform doesn't mean that I have to tell you guys everything right now. Sometimes I need it to marinate a little bit more in my spirit before I can just open my mouth and say it. Sometimes it's probably not even for a YouTube platform, maybe it's for a bigger platform, but just so that I don't forget, I write down, you know, the notes and like the points just so it can get off of my head on paper. A lot of times it just goes straight to you guys, especially if it's something that it's already been ministering to me, then I'll just talk it on YouTube. But for the most part, I put it in my sermon notebook. Now, the ones I got recently, these things, like this makes me so happy. I love pretty things. I love pretty things. So this first one I got was inspired by the YouTuber I just told you. It says, God made everything beautiful in its time. That's Ecclesiastes 3:11. And y'all, all these journals I got, they're from either Ross, Marshalls, or TJ Maxx. Like this one's from Ross. I didn't take off the tag yet. I hate leaving tags on things. Is that just me? I hate tag, like just tacky to me. But I just left it on just because I knew I was gonna make this video. And this is only $4. And this one was literally only $5. Like that is a steal for something so beautiful like this. Like this is so beautiful. I wouldn't mind spending $10 on this, but it was $5 at Ross. Anyways, this one, I use it for prayers because I was watching, so she said, yeah, she has like a prayer journal and whatnot. And then I thought about it, like, that's actually really smart, because people be telling me, can you pray for me? And I got the conviction because I would say that, but I'm like, no. I don't want to feel that conviction like I didn't pray for that person. So I'll just pray for that person right then and there. But when it comes to my actual quiet time and the time I spend with God in the morning, I don't remember. So sometimes, like, look at how it opens. It feels like a diary, and just, this is so beautiful, guys. So when it comes to prayers, I'll date it, and then I'll probably write prayers for the day. And so that maybe the next time I'm in my quiet time, like I can just kind of like look at them like, oh yeah, someone needed prayer, or just remember to pray for this particular thing today. But I'm not really too fond of like dark colors. I wish this was like white with like the florals, but I still really like this, and it's just so good quality. Now this one, hold up, let me even show you guys, and it matches my study Bible. It's the same. You can't see because of the glare. Oh my God, this is so, look at it when you open it, guys. This is so pretty. I think it's the same illustrator. But this one, it says, God is within her, she will not fall. That's Psalms 46:5. Guys, this is from Ross, baby, $5. And in this one, I do my dreams. Because I don't want you guys to like read like what I'm writing and stuff like that. But I used to have a different journal for dreams. It was this one. And it was just really random. I just picked it up and started like writing, but it's really almost finished because if you guys watch my video on how to interpret dreams, I do a step-by-step. So I have to fold, organize, and put it away. I have to decode the symbols. I have to get the interpretation. I have to get the prophecy. So this was just not practical because it's too small. So this one is great because on one side I can do my decoding the symbols, then on the other side I can do my interpretation, and then on the bottom I can do my prophecy, you know. So this is a lot more beneficial when it comes to interpreting the dreams, because God speaks to me in dreams like crazy. I can have like literally 3 complex dreams in one night, and I really have to sit there in my quiet time. Sometimes like dream interpretation and praise and worship take up the majority, like the bulk of my quiet time in the mornings with God. But I do need to make sure that, you know, God's giving me a word that I can, you know what I'm saying, like jot it down, because sometimes if it's in my mind but I don't have it on paper, I'm gonna forget. So yeah. Those are all my journals. I know I'm really extra, but like I said, I like things to be decompartmentalized. That's just how I've been training myself, and you know, I like different things for different purposes. But anyways, that's the video. Just wanted to give you guys just some inspiration. Maybe you are interested in journaling, maybe you don't understand, or maybe you didn't really know. I don't know. I just hope that this was a resource and this inspires you as far as the different things you can journal about in your quiet time. And I pray that this was helpful. So yeah, talk to me in the comment section. I will see all of you guys later. Bye.